What is up, Bladers? Happy holidays! Mad Maxie here to give you a report on the different versions of Point. This is one of my favorite bits, probably my favorite bit right now besides the level. Level and Point, I think, have similar properties. But today we're going to specifically talk about Point, and the molds that I like the most are the aggressive molds. The ones that are a little bit flatter, and I think the protrusion doesn't stick out that much. Don't quote me on that. That might not even be a thing, but that's what I'm pretty sure, because of the protrusion of Point, if it sticks out a little bit more, you're probably going to play a little bit defensively in the stadium. If it's a little bit closer to the flat part, then you're probably going to end up playing a little bit more aggressive. Like I said, don't quote me on that, but that's how I think. This is my favorite Point bit so far, by the way. This is the Hasbro Leon Claw Red Point. I know there's different variations of each one and stuff, but this is the one I've been running so far. This is the latest one I've had. I'll show you the ones I've used before, though. The very first time that I had Knuckles, which is my Phoenix Wing 160p build, I put Drigger's Point on it because I wanted it to look like the Knuckles and the gloves off of Knuckles from Sonic. And so I put the gray point from Drigger on there. It's a beautiful, beautiful bit, and it served me very well. But I don't know if you can see, it is kind of cooked. So we moved on. We used the Leon Claw TT red point for a little while, which I think is pretty much the same thing, of course, as the Hasbro one. But after that one got cooked as well, we moved on to the doo-doo brown point from Thanos in the Marvel set of Hasbro. A2, I'm just noticing that these, okay, A6, I'm noticing that these guys have different numbers on them. A7. I think that says A6. Okay. Alright, well, the mold that I like the most right now, if you look onto the bit around the circle part, there's a number and a letter associated with it. And this one, the red Hasbro Leon Claw, is an A1. The blue point that I had got from the Nightmail set, which I think plays a little bit more defensively, is an A7. A2 is brown point. A6 and A6. These are two A6s. I don't really know what that means, but we just discovered something together, guys. The A1, okay. A1 point bit. Yeah, I didn't know that they had any numbers or letters on them until I just was hanging out with you guys and just discovered that. Yeah, the way that you play is gonna definitely determine which point that you want to use. If you play a little bit more defensively, you kind of want to see if you can get a point that maybe settles down a little bit in the middle of the stadium and plays to your liking. Me, I like aggressive bits, aggressive point bits, and I'll show you some examples of that in just a second. I got some videos for you guys. But yeah, the stamina on Point is great. Either for both, really. If you get one that plays a little bit defensively, I think it might be better for AVA matchups. Like, say, if Black Point has been this came off of the Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker Hasbro dual pack, and because of the life of Point and the stalling capabilities that you can get off of the defensive type, I would probably stick that for AVA. Now, when I'm playing, like, if I have like Phoenix Wing or Tyranno Beat on Point, and if I'm going against Rod, then I'm gonna want an aggressive point, one that goes really fast. Point, if you can get it angled right, goes unbelievably fast. Yeah, guys, I mean, I didn't even know the numbers and the letters, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, Point is an easily accessed bit too, and like you just really have to test the molds. I really I really wanted Black Point to work, And, you know, I really wanted it to. But then, like, when I busted it out in the stadium, it was wildly different than the rest of my points that I've had. Played so defensively. And, you know, if you, like, try to line them up and just look at the tip, and you can't really make that judgment right off the sight of it, so you have to test them in the stadium. What I look for an aggressive point is not stalling pretty much at all in the middle. I mean, it might, like, when it comes down to low stamina, but in the, like, at the very beginning, you want smooth motion around the stadium, which point offers really good control, and you want fast action, and that's what point offers as well. I like to call it like a stamina bumped up low flat. I know a lot of people don't like that though, and yeah, it just, you know, it ends up being a counter attack bit anyways, depending on how you play it. So we'll figure it out together, guys. I mean, bit after bit, you know, I have to test point against different things, and which point does best and which one acts aggressive. You want an aggressive point to just circle around the stadium and do a flower pattern instead of stalling in the middle. An aggressive point will do the flower pattern. A defensive point will stall. And there's nothing wrong with a defensive point, but I think there's some advantages to having an aggressive shine out, like the Hasbro Leon Claw red point. Like I said, the molds are all different and stuff, so you got to give them a look. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you guys some videos of an aggressive, hyper aggressive point and see where we go from there. But thank you guys for sticking around for this silly little video on the point bit. I got all kinds of them. I got 5 of them right here. I got some more in the back, just all cooked and shredded. Point, if you haven't, give it a shot. See you later.
3, 2, 1. Out of the middle. Oh, fucking eye burst. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. I almost got you out of that. Oh, he hit that. Oh, damn it. 1. Oh, I lost way too much. I lost way too much angle on there. 3, 2, 1. Did I hit? All right. 3, 2, 1. I flew. I went like up here. What happened? Bro, those